So now we'll talk about the cricketing news. There's some IPL news also we have to discuss. There's actually a trade which was announced today. Think about this, Nikhil. Samson from RR goes to Chennai. They're getting Karan and Jadeja. Jadeja is back in an RR shirt for the first time since 2009 or 2010.
Whether it'll be a dark day in hell the day I start giving a shit about the IPL. Huh?
I agree, but it will.
No, it's not
It
agree. It's not.
will.
I'm not. I'm not saying my position is the correct position. I mean, obviously, the IPL is a very popular league. A lot of people, a lot of our viewers would want to know it. But I'm not going to lie. Okay, I can't do this. I have no interest. I don't even understand how this is going to impact teams, etc. When the tournament comes around, simply because it's cricket, I will watch enough of it and talk about enough of it. Okay,
Yeah,
but honestly, in between, I could not give a lesser shit.
fair enough, fair enough. But I actually the initial deal that was announced was Jadeja and Brevis for Sanju Samson, but
Dude,
CSK
Brevis is
clearly,
arriving. Brevis is arriving. It's
yeah, yeah,
happening now.
yeah. Brevis
That
is
test
certainly
series
arriving.
is going to be tough.
Yeah, I agree. And
It's a good test. That test series is a very good test for this young team.
absolutely. And I really, really hope they give traditional Indian surfaces. Please don't revert to square turners for this. You know what you have said after the New Zealand series. We do not want another disaster class against Keshav Maharaj, Prenalan,
Yeah, especially
Subrayan, and
since they are
Srinivas.
coming after a Pakistan tour. They are used to these conditions right now, and they played well. They played well.
Yeah, they played reasonably well. Had they won the first toss, I would say they would have actually won that series 2-0. That's how well they played in that series. So that's the thing. And you were telling me, right? You were telling me you don't like the fact that everyone uses a sweep so much and it's sweep, 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 sweep. As far as spin playing is concerned, the South Africans basically defeated Pakistan in the second match with the use of the sweep shot.
No,
Don't need his
I don't
odds.
dispute that. I don't expect South Africans to not be sweeping. I expect South Africans to be sweeping. I expect Indian batsmen to be better without the sweep, though.
No, but I have a feeling that it's no longer viable because every spinner has gotten so physically gifted now. It's becoming flatter and flatter deliveries. So essentially, what you're getting is you cannot step down to them anymore. You just cannot step down to them. You have to keep sweeping. You have to keep reverse sweeping. You have to keep ramping. You have to use all of these lesser traditional shots,
Yeah. I mean,
not relying on.
like we've discussed several times, the art of spin is being actively killed by DRS. You don't need to turn
Yes.
the ball. You don't need to turn the ball anymore.
Did you see Aksar Patel's spell in that fifth T20I? That is pretty much a modern spinner's dream spell. Not a single ball turned much. All of them were almost hitting the stumps. Everything was on point. But that's essentially your modern day spinner. You are not going to get a war. And why should you? There's no incentive to be one. There's no incentive at all.
It's distressing because when I look at younger kids coming through the game, there's just no reason to look at a Warren, right? It's in fact the best example for them to follow is Jaddu.
Yeah, but even Jaddu could turn the ball in his earlier years. He actually reduced it as time has
Was
gone by.
required to, yeah. It was necessary for him to do it. He had no option. He had to do it.
Yeah. So my question to you is, if this is the thing and everything is becoming so wicket to wicket, wicket to wicket, look, I agree DRS is extremely beneficial to remove the howlers, but now it's becoming like that pinpoint decision making. There's no concept of debate except with the umpire's call, right? And that's the only margin of error you have. But when it comes to this, right, you say art of spin is lost, but no player, I'm telling you, no player will go back to the day when you only have one who can turn the ball big, and he's getting some iffy decisions against him and some iffy decisions for him.
See, you
That's the
keep
point.
calling them iffy. My point to an LBW was that when the law was written, the law is not written with precision of technology in mind. It's written with human decision making in mind. It is a discretionary kind of thing, right? Like bold is not discretionary. Caught behind is not discretionary.
But times
No, no,
change
no.
and people
Times, of
change.
course, change. What I'm trying to say is that the idea of the LBW was for the
Hmm.
batsman to be comprehensively beaten, and that is
Yes.
why you are LBW, right?
Yeah.
And in comprehensively beaten to the bowler's eye, to the umpire's eyes, right?
Yeah.
So I have no problems when LBWs are given within the stumps where it's very very clear that
Yeah.
that this is going to be out. But
Yeah.
some of these marginal ones are starting to bother me, like really bother me, and I do really feel like the projection of a spherical movement, a spherical motion to a flat line has to be making errors. Okay, and there are so many of these DRS LBWs where you suddenly start looking at it and going like, there is no way that wasn't bouncing over, and suddenly DRS is showing it's hitting the stumps, right? And you see them from time to time. You see some that are sliding down leg, and you're like, this has to be going all the way down leg. And even if a batsman gets beaten in that way, I wouldn't want
Hmm.
him given out. Let me give you the counterfactual to that. Take Steve Smith in the World Cup final, 23. He didn't take the DRS. He was not out.
He didn't. Yeah. Yeah.
But I have no problems with an umpire raising a finger on that because brother, you got totally beaten by that delivery. Right? You're
Okay.
only
Okay.
surviving on the technicality of some marginal technology coming along and showing that it's a millimeter outside off at the point of impact or something or the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? It's not as if it's a genuine howler in that sense. You were
Yeah.
beaten. It is hitting the
Yeah.
stumps, and it is
Yes.
just minuscule technology that saves you.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Right? So I have no problems with that being given out, to be honest with you. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
get at.
Yeah.
That some the margins, LBW law always had a human margin.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Taking that human margin away is altering the sport, and I don't like that. And it's altering it with a faith in a technology that cannot predict a curved path to the ball.
But on the other hand, you have Buckner. You have Buckner making some truly atrocious
Yeah, so
decisions throughout
those
this.
are easy to correct, bro. Those are very easy to correct. Very, very easy to correct. Right? That's fine. Any
But
umpire's call, in my opinion, should be a not out. I don't
any
care if the
umpires.
umpire's given. I don't care if the umpire's given it out
Oh, that way. Okay. Okay. Okay.
because it's too
If
much.
it's if it's three reds, fine.
No problem with three reds, but even there are you will get three reds sometimes when yes it's three reds, but the ball is right at the margin of the top of the stump or
Yeah.
at the margin of the side of the stump, and you will have questions as to whether the technology has correctly, precisely pinpointed the travel point of travel because this is still
Yeah.
a spherical movement. Bro, how many times do we see the ball after bouncing suddenly has some variance to it?
Yeah.
How many times do we see the ball? We think this is definitely onto the stumps and it doesn't hit the stumps, it does something or the other and misses it by a whisker. Right? So this kind of precision bothers me with the LBW and it's affecting the sport, and I don't like that. Anyway, let's
But
come to the
nobody.
ODI series first. And I wanted to discuss this because I really think this ODI series is, I know Virat played well in the third match, but Rohit was spectacular. That first match innings that
No, no.
Rohit
First,
played.
first, first. Let's actually talk about the first ODI and just dismiss it because that was a washover. According to
Yeah,
me, you
yeah. So
can't
I'm
judge
not
it.
even going into that one, right? I'm not really going
Yeah,
into
yeah,
that one. In the second
yeah,
ODI, he played
yeah,
a superb innings.
yeah.
And the way he handled Hilfenhaus for that long, it's exceptional.
Not Hilfenhaus,
Sorry.
Hazelwood.
Hilfenhaus, I'm going back in time.
Yeah,
Hazelwood, the way he handled him was exceptional. Leaving the
yeah,
ball as much as he showed genuine ability, right? Like with a ball.
yeah.
By the way, 99 ODI series in Australia and 2007-8 ODI series in Australia was a very wet series. Okay,
Yeah,
so you used to get these pitches from time to time. So you get
yeah,
a lot of people on Twitter will be like, "Oh, what was that batting lineup? It got knocked over, brother." On a moist wicket in Australia, God help you.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, and you're seeing
Or
it with
South
this lot
Africa.
as well,
Or South Africa.
or South
Or
Africa.
South Africa.
God help you, and you couldn't do a thing. And those white balls were slightly different. The lacquer was different. White ball cricket till the mid 2000s, right? When the lights came on, 11 to 12 overs, you just expected swing. It is going to move. You can't help it. It is
Yeah,
going to move. So batting
yeah,
was, technically it was a challenge. Uh,
yeah,
that all disappeared over time. But this three match series brought it back a bit.
yeah,
Like for example, 52 for no loss yesterday. Shubman played some phenomenal shots, yes, but they dropped two
yes.
catches. They could have been all over us with all that rain around. The
Hmm.
pitch conditions can be variable. That
Yeah,
variety
yeah,
comes back into the sport. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch. But I wanted to come
yeah,
back to Rohit. I mean, he played that brilliant innings. He played at the pace he needed to. And I mean, I thought he was set up. He was set up for one of his mega tons. And out of nowhere, his wicket just went. You play an attacking shot and you
yeah,
suddenly get out. Right?
yeah,
That's the kind of thing that people will bitch about. Fan bases nowadays are insanely toxic. So they'll be calling this a choke or this or that. It's not a choke, bro.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
in the flow of the match. You play an
yeah.
attacking shot and it doesn't come out perfectly, and you get out,
It can happen.
right? But you shown batting excellence on the day,
Yes,
so you
yes,
can't complain about that. Now he
yes,
gets the easier pitch in the third match, and he was
yes,
fucking
yes,
imperious. He was
yes,
absolutely imperious.
yes, yes. Agreed.
So I look to me, Virat was never a question in ODI. Okay, I
Absolutely.
was going into 27 with Virat 100%, no doubt about it
Yes.
in my mind. You need one guy with the experience and with the energy and the chutzpah, man. His mental element is a very strong element, right?
Yeah.
Sharma was a question mark, a bit
Yes.
of a question mark. Oh my God, did he erase those questions on this ODI tour? Now the
But
next
let
thing that
me.
arrives for them is they have 3 ODIs in November, they have 3 ODIs in January. These fuckers can't
Yes.
refuse to keep playing in between. They have to stay match fit,
Yes.
right? So they get those 6 ODIs. Now, assuming they get those 6 ODIs and they again don't play in between, all they'll be
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
is the IPL, and the next set of India matches are in July. That's not acceptable.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
have to have rhythm in the sport. With Virat, it was
No.
visible. The first 2 matches, there was no rhythm. He was playing
No. No.
down the wrong
The
line. He was
straight.
playing.
The second match dismissal was so bad. Like he missed a straight one from Bartlett. It was insane.
And the way the commentators were, that jagged back, it did not jag back, bro.
It
It
was a
just stayed
straight
straight.
ball.
Yeah, he missed the line. That's all.
No, look, the other thing is, look, the problem for India and any other team right now is we don't play that many ODIs.
No, I
And
accept
also
that. I accept that. That is
these
why I'm saying in between, you have to keep playing either domestic cricket or club cricket or something or the other to keep that rhythm going.
Mm, exactly. But problem is these guys won't do that. They won't do that.
No,
I'm
no, I
sure
mean,
of
that's what I'm saying. So they haven't till now. They must be compelled to do it now. They
it.
must be.
Mm.
Bro, you can't have 6 matches for India till July. Yeah? You'll end up eight
No,
months later. 8 months
no,
later,
I
after
mean,
having played 6 matches.
but no, there's no domestic cricket during IPL anyway.
That's IPL. But from now to March, you have domestic cricket throughout. January, when you
So
finish your three
essentially,
ODIs against New
when you're
Zealand,
not
you have
playing
at least two
when
months
you're
of
not
domestic
playing the
cricket.
ODIs, go play the domestic. Yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
And I'm not saying play
Hmm.
every game, ever play a few.
I can see your point. I can definitely see your
No, no.
point. Yeah, yeah.
You see, my point is, if the coaching staff and they feel they can maintain match rhythm without this, good luck to you. In my
Yes,
opinion, you
agreed.
can't. You have to be playing something or the other. And you could
That
see
actually even Harsha
Rohit may not
Bhogle's
have been playing matches, but Rohit was was at the excellence center. He was practicing a lot. He was getting his
yeah,
rhythm, his stroke making rhythm. Virat looked raw. I don't know if he's getting throwdowns from Anushka in London or something. Who was he playing
I
with? What was his practice routine? Right? So he
no,
looked totally raw in those 2 games.
at this point it's a good question to ask, like what did COVID actually affect Virat with? Like COVID genuinely changed the way he approaches things in life,
No,
I think.
I think there are two things that changed with him, and I'm sorry. Before COVID, I could see the problem is coming. I'd called this, and
I
I got a
agree,
lot of
but the
reviews about
decline
it.
was massive after COVID. That's my
Yeah,
point.
but it's not. See, Virat is a lot like Ponting in his career. Okay,
Yeah,
Ponting
yeah,
takes about 45, 50 test matches before he reaches an average of 50. Then he has a
yeah,
5, 6 year mega era. Okay, and then a total collapse for the next 4, 5 years. So he goes
absolutely.
from a 50. He was for 2 huge banks of his career, Ponting, a mid 40s average player.
Yeah,
Okay, around 40 average, 40, 43,
yeah,
44.
yeah, yeah,
Virat is a 40 something for one bank of his career, but he's building up, right?
yeah.
He's getting fitter, his reflexes are getting faster. So you can see this is going to change, and it changes, and then he's a 30 average player. You can't say the truth is only the middle era. The middle era
No,
is
it's
as much truth as the other 2 eras are, right?
look, many of his
So,
best,
so,
if you
so,
take
so
his
what I'm
top
saying is
10
the
innings,
last 5 years probably brought him back
Yeah.
to a point where he fell more than he should have. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
A lot more
Yeah.
than he should have. But his
Yeah.
reflexes were definitely slow. And
Yeah. Yeah.
the forward press on the cover drive had disappeared, bro. He couldn't hit the cover drive as frequently as he used to be able to. His attacking shot had gone, but he still played some gem-like innings in between. I mean,
Forget the
the-
forward press on the
bro,
cover drive. He couldn't hit
the run
that.
out in Adelaide was the most unfortunate thing. That was a stunning innings against the pink ball.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Had he made 100 on that pitch, we are winning that test also.
100%. 100%. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't say, well, you 30 for like you do 36 all out, so who knows? But those are days on which every single outswinger finds the goddamn edge and everything goes to hand. What do you do here?
Nothing. Also, Hazelwood was bowling like he had he wanted breakfast, lunch, and dinner all in one
So
spell.
Hazelwood will always bowl that line and that length, but the odds in cricket are that it is actually difficult to find the edge that frequently,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But that was a day on which he was finding it. I mean, can't help it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely agreed on that point. But there's actually another thing. Look, when we were talking about the ODIs, right? Shreyas Iyer, thank all the gods that he's fine after that injury. It was a pretty bad blow. Believe
Bro,
me,
that
it
that
looked really bad.
he got top class medical care very quickly. That could even have been death.
Yeah, yeah, because it was internal bleeding.
Yes. And
I'm
if not death,
amazed
it could
that,
have been life altering.
yeah, life altering. Yeah. He had a ruptured, what was it, gallbladder, appendix, something like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm glad that he is okay and take your time in recovering Shreyas. And the team management should say your spot at number 4 is set. Don't worry about it.
See,
You take your
these
time in
are
recovery.
things now where I'm just so relaxed about Indian cricket. We don't make mistakes on this stuff anymore. It's
Oh,
just
we
so
do. We
professional
do.
now.
No, no,
So
not on a
professional
medical
now.
front. On the squad one, we do. On the squads, we do. And I'll tell you why. God. This this really pissed me off. This really pissed me off so much. Like, let's actually look at the T20s, okay? And let me tell you why I was so pissed off with this. Look, we won this match. Don't get me wrong. The third T20I we won. Just have a look at the scorecard. We won. But there's one obvious problem. It's this guy. It's this guy. Why is Gill in the T20 team? Please tell
Yeah,
me
so
why.
he had a bad match in terms of how attacking he played, and he tried to make up for it in the next game, right? He's obviously learning his lessons with it. Listen, even in a T20 match, you do need one guy who can hold up the end, and this is your guy. This is your guy who is
I
supposed to be.
agree.
But yeah, I think his position is under question. I have no doubt that in T20 cricket it is under question.
They
I
made
mean,
him
it could
vice
be under
captain
question. I
for
don't think it
what?
will eventually be under question, but it should be under question.
Why is he vice captain of the T20 team? Please tell me. There's no reasonable explanation for this whatsoever. None. Actually, there is none. There's no rationale either. Because look, you have a genuinely brilliant squad if you just put Jaiswal in Gill's place. You put Jaiswal in Gill's place and you have a genuinely attacking opening pair where you have no respite from either end. You want to play Gill that bad? Put him at 3. I don't care. But don't play him as an opener. This is just lunacy. And look, Gill's numbers also don't justify it. I'll just give you a comparison of Gill's numbers versus Jaiswal's numbers. Gill has a strike rate of 140 in T20s and 139 in all T20s, right? I'll just show you Yashasvi's numbers. I don't understand why we don't give Yashasvi enough credit, but we genuinely don't. And honestly, at this rate, he'll become a test match only player, and that's a tragedy if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, but why is it that repeatedly managements do this with Jaiswal? What is it? Yeah, I've never figured this out.
Look at this. He has a strike rate of 164 and a strike rate of 151 over a much larger sample size also.
Yeah,
What
but
is it
why do
with
they
Gill
do
that
this? I see this. This is too obvious, right? This is not. You don't need to make this point in the sense of this is something perhaps management is missing. They can't be
this
missing
is
this. This is clear. It's
everyone see
self-evident.
this. Imagine
What I don't
Joy
get
Butter.
is every management has done this. Dravid used to do this with Jaiswal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What is the scene here? There's got to be some story. I mean, I think we need one of the journalists to come out and explain to us what is the thinking qua Jaiswal.
I think we should be glad that he averages almost 52 in Test cricket, because if he averaged 47 or 48, who knows, he might have been dropped there also. This is the lunacy we are doing with him. Like, this man's numbers are genuinely genius, and it's much better than Gill's. ODIs, fine. Give him an extended run. You can't put him on the squad immediately. I get that. Sure. Take your time. Not a problem. But come on. What are you doing not putting him in a T20 shirt immediately? Like, this man is your first choice T20. Okay, not first choice. Second choice T20 opener after Abhishek Sharma. Why is Gill in the squad? What is Gill achieving? Nothing. Gill plays cricket at an easy pace, at an easy pace. Jaiswal plays it at an aggressive pace. The difference is very clear to see. I don't understand why Gill is there. Gill, I genuinely want him to fail in the next few T20s.
So I get the feeling, sometimes this happens with Indian cricket. You take a player and you decide you're going to back him and back him and back him. Right? And right now it just feels like Gill has become the fulcrum around which you're going to build the next generation. And
I
that's why they don't want
completely
him out. Sorry?
I completely disagree with the idea of one fulcrum situation.
Uh, Perhaps. I'm just telling you, this is to me visible about Indian cricket over eras. Right? So it was Gavaskar and Kapil at one time, it was Sachin and Dravid at one time, at an era in which, despite being a great match winner, Kumble was vulnerable and was
Yeah.
often dropped away from home in preference for Bajji. Okay, and it didn't matter that Dravid and Tendulkar sometimes had bad. Well, to be very fair, they had very, very, very few bad patches. Like they were genuinely demonic in how consistent they were. Right?
Yes.
How long, similarly, did we sit on Virat and Pujara and Rahane when fucking every match we used to see a collapse?
Yes.
Right, so this is an Indian cricket disease, bro.
No, but I'm asking myself the question. You have two premier batters. I'm not disregarding Gill's test match ability, nor am I disregarding his one day
No, but
ability. He is
I'm explaining the psyche to you because you're asking me a question about the psyche.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is the
And
psyche. That's all I can think of. I can't think of any other reason why it would be the way it is. Because look, what you're pointing out again, I'm going to repeat the point. I mean, surely the management knows these numbers. Surely they've
yeah,
seen Jaiswal in the IPL. You
yeah,
know, they know his talent, they know his ability. Maybe, and this is the only thing that I'm thinking of, is they want to keep him away from white ball as far as possible because they look at him as the next Indian Test match great, right?
yeah,
And they don't want white ball habits coming into his Test match cricket overtly. He has already in the England series suffered a
yeah,
couple of times by being over aggressive,
yeah, yeah,
right? And I'm going to keep going back to that fucking Lord's dismissal because it pissed the life out of me.
yeah, yeah. That one.
That fucking pull shot will never leave my mind. Right? So maybe that's the only reasoning I can come up with. I do have no other good reason. That's what I'm saying.
But
We
you're
need some journalist to come out with the inside story on this here.
but you're curtailing such a brilliant career for a one format player.
I
Is that you?
completely agree. And by the way, I think there's a level to which the BCCI shouldn't be able to do this because this kid has to have his own say as well. Yeah. He's good enough. I mean, there's just no question he's good enough.
Look, or I have an even better argument. Okay, you don't want him to spoil his technique, fine. Then don't play him in T20s. Make him ODI opener or number three immediately. How about that? ODIs
Bro,
are
if
at
they
least.
go to the World Cup without him, all right, this will be up there with India not taking Lakshman to the 2003 World Cup, knowing full well the team that you have to beat the most is Australia.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is the guy who scores against Australia all the time. Let me tell you the stats on this, by the way. This is the shit that blows my mind. Because a lot of younger fans tend to bitch about Tendulkar a lot. Only two players in the entire 90s and 2000s have an
Yeah.
average above 40, 45 against the Aussies. That is VVS and Sachin. Okay.
Yeah. He had an average of
In that
49.
same era, all these mega gods, this fucker, I'm talking about ODIs, okay? This fucker, Ganguly, Dravid, Viru,
Yeah.
Yuvraj, all in the 20s. All in the fucking 20s.
Oh, yeah. Insane. And
Two
over
centuries,
21 matches.
2 centuries against Australia in Australia from a number 5 position, bro. Fucking don't take him
Yeah,
to a World Cup. And if they do that to Jaiswal this time, we paid the price for it in 2003. You will pay the price for not taking Jaiswal. 100%.
I genuinely don't understand this thinking.
Who did
Gill
you
is,
drop BBS for?
yeah.
The apparent physical and all-round abilities of a Dinesh Mongia. Fuck me, man.
Ah, why? Why do we make these blunders?
And to me, I mean, I don't know. Like, it doesn't matter. 2003 is done. It's in the books. It's over. Do not make the Jaiswal mistake of that same scale in 27.